Welcome everyone, I'm Enter the Hero, today joined by Pink. This is the Shashamat Lounge episode 307. Pink, your week.
My week. My week. Um.
Oh no,
Well,
not your week, what's coming out this week? Yes.
yes. I was like, we haven't done the my week in a few, more than a few weeks, a couple months now. But yes, coming out on my channel, I'm gonna have a lot of Phasmophobia coming out because we've been playing that a lot with Alex and Mike. Addie stepped in on a couple of those sessions, so yeah, I got plenty of that stuff coming out. And in addition to that, there will be more Stronghold because I'm still working my way through the military campaign, and all of that is going to come out within the next couple of weeks. Probably gonna finish by the end of the year or mid-January. I'd wager, depending on how much time it takes. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I'm going to try to get back into this week. I'm planning on playing that later on today, so yeah, that should be up and running once more. Um, Endless Legend with Alex. I've got multiple sessions of that semi-recorded. There have been issues with many of those recordings, mostly on my part, because I forget to hit the button or forget to not hit the button and forget when I'm hitting stuff, and then I get like 12-hour long videos where 30 minutes of it is Endless Legend and the rest is just a black screen.
Neat.
But anyway, yeah. Endless Legend, I might actually start editing the Endless Legend Let's Plays with Alex. That way they're a bit more palatable. And also because there's probably a lot of other technical issues going on with that, because I'm not always properly on the trigger. Outside of all of that, I think that about wraps up everything and anything that will be coming out on my channel that I'm currently aware of.
Alright.
And for the group channel, as I scroll down on the YouTubes here, if my eyes don't deceive me, we've actually only got one video coming out this week on December 11th, which is gonna be Danganronpa, the real fake chair.
Ah.
And let me open up the calendar. But yeah, that should be well over a week away. Yeah, because the next video I'm looking at isn't out till the 18th.
I see. Sounds like I fucked up with the scheduling some time ago.
Possibly.
Oh well.
Wait, let me go back to the first page on this. I might be looking at this wrong. First page. Nope, that's in 2024. Yeah, everything over here is going from January 1st, 2024 upward. Yeah, only with the one video.
Alright then.
So
Well,
yeah, enjoy the Danganronpa on the 11th, tomorrow.
hope you like fucking Danganronpa.
All right,
But
Addy,
yeah.
do you got anything coming out on your channel?
I probably have a clip or something. I don't know. One of these days I will record an update on the main channel, just so people know what's up. As in,
Yeah.
like, because I probably just judging by the amount of shit that I have to do for the exams, which isn't that much, but it's enough to keep me from actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, judging by that, I will probably not increase my output all that much.
I see.
So yeah. I did want to note that I got like one of the, if not the nicest comments I've gotten so far this past week. This kid, I actually checked their YouTube because I'm like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they put their age in the in their YouTube description, which is not probably not the best idea, but it's social media in 2023. That's just what you do.
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah, this kid sent me a nice message saying how they're surprised that I don't have more views, and that that I I, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, uh, that's it, I guess. So on to the topic.
All right. All right. Moving on to the topic, and the topic this week was, well, how should I phrase this? Like memorable cheesy tactics we've had in gaming.
I suppose so.
Not sure of a better way to phrase it. I'm sure there is though.
And favorite cheesing
Basically,
techniques, I guess.
what's that?
Favorite cheesing techniques.
Yeah, that sounds good. Cheese and techniques. So, Addy, do you have any favorite cheese and or techniques that you've used in video games in the past?
I mean, crouching light kick is uh a thing.
In which game?
Fighting games in general, the entire genre.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no. The early one of my favorite cheesing techniques is also one of the earliest memories of cheese I have, which is in Contra. You can limit the amount of damage you take from the final boss of the game to pretty much zero in most cases. If you just keep running into them because they don't have a damage box, I guess they don't have a hurt box. They only have a hit box. So as long as you run into them, the enemies because the boss is the boss summons uh like screen pollution pretty much. It summons face huggers from Alien, and those come in at certain angles to make it so it's hard for you to avoid them. Now, once again, if you keep running into the boss, you'll avoid most of them.
All right.
So just don't take damage. And yeah, that's one of my favorites. Uh, go ahead with one of yours, and then we'll see if I can remember any others that I particularly like.
All right, so one of mine is good old Bethesda classic of mine. And that is the technique where if you find a really powerful enemy with a large health pool that you don't have the proper equipment to take on, ideally if it's something large and in charge, like a giant in Skyrim or Swan in Fallout 4, what you want to do is antagonize the creature until it's got its attention focused on you, and then you want to hide in a location where it cannot actually access you. So in Fallout New Vegas, I was at one point out on the quarry site in the Deathclaw camp, and what I did for like several hours straight is I climbed up one of the metal beams, and the Deathclaws can't climb up to get me, and I just took pot shots with a revolver for the rest of the day and killed them all. And then in Skyrim, when I came across a giant, there was a like stone tower next to me, and I just hid in the doorway of that stone tower, and the giant could literally do nothing as I was shooting him in the knee with arrows. Haha, the funny! And in Fallout 4, as I mentioned earlier, Swan, the giant mutant creature in the lake, got his attention, then hid in a corner in a alleyway, which was just too small for him to actually fit through. So, yeah. It's very easy to take advantage of some of the Bethesda's larger creatures out in the wastelands.
I see.
Turn them into pincushions.
Yeah. Hmm. I'm trying to remember if I have any like particularly interesting exploits, because it's usually just like, all right, so you loop around and that's it.
Right.
That's the exploit.
Right.
I mean, I guess one of my like I don't know if I want to call it an exploit. I would count it as such because the the context, I suppose. So in Street Fighter Five, before the network patch, before you ever played it, uh, grab like you know how in Street Fighter Six you can throw loop people.
Yeah.
So you used to be able to do it in Street Fighter Five as well, and I hated it just as much. Like that's Street Fighter Five is partially the reason that I hate through loops in Street Fighter Six. But
Fair enough.
yeah, so in Street Fighter Five, as far as I'm aware, throw was just the answer to everything at any point in time, unless they were jumping. You were anywhere on the screen, both of you throw. 90% of the time, one of you will win. And so, yeah, during this time, I played Street Fighter Five online, I believe, twice. Like aside from playing with W, played it online twice. First time I went online, I didn't really do anything of note. But the second time, I fought against this guy who was playing Nekali. Now, Nekali sucks, but even outside of that, they were playing Nekali so that they were using basically two moves, no movement, no normal attacks. These two specials, one of them to move around, the other one to try and attack. That's it. Two moves.
All right.
So they beat me in the first round because I am appalled. I look at that and I go, no, there's no way they are playing this character with literally two fucking moves. They were. So I lose the first I lose the first round. I go, okay. I pull back the second round. And I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I was playing normally during the second round and I just took it normally. But I noticed during the second round that they were still doing those two moves. They were not blocking, they were not doing really anything. They were just doing the two moves. So I went, okay, I've been playing Akuma for like all of my life. I know. I can distill my character too. I can become flowchart as well. So I went, okay. So I know that if I do the medium Tatsumaki, that makes it so Akuma doesn't fly off because they made it so he flies off in the heavy one. So I can stay on his ass. And between the recovery of the Tatsumaki and the time that it takes to throw, he doesn't have enough time. Like unless he learns how to jab, there is not enough time.
I see.
So the third round was me just going Tatsumaki, throw, Tatsumaki, throw, Tatsumaki, throw, in that order, continuously. I was really hoping that they would figure out, hey, I can throw tech, I can block. They didn't. This went until they got stunned. And then I hit him with an EX Shoryu. Pretty much just as a fuck you at that point. Then, on wake up, meaty, when they get up from the EX Shoryu, I saw the other Tatsumaki. The guy disconnected.
Nice.
The first frame of the Tatsumaki hitting. And like it's one of those things where like I'm not gonna say that playing one way or the other is bad. At the same time, adaptability is a thing, and I noticed that my stuff wasn't working after the first round. You would assume that I would assume that we're roughly on the same level, so he would adapt to me doing the same two moves as well.
Yeah.
Because like say what you want about the skill gap between us, Pink. But like if I literally do nothing but kick your shins, you will start blocking low because you notice, hey, I'm getting kicked in the shins continuously over and over again.
Right.
And this guy just didn't. And I didn't know that existed. Like I didn't know that there were people who didn't adapt that much. Or like like sometimes I do genuinely do this as an experiment with y'all. Like I did this with Goku, and I do this with you sometimes, just to basically to confirm or deny hypotheses. But like even with Goku, we played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 against each other, and there was a round where I beat him with nothing but slides, because Deadpool has a slide in that game.
Yeah.
So the second round, I started doing it again, and for entertainment value, I told him block low coward because like no one does that. Because yeah, and he learned. Like after that, he learned. So I don't know. Like Goku doesn't even play fighting games. I suppose neither do you, but you play more fighting games because we force you to. Which, by the way, Pink, W did have this idea of going through KOF through the years. I don't know
like
when.
through
The King of Fighters
what's it
series.
called? Yeah, but how were we doing that? Were we doing it through the what?
Fightcade.
Yeah, Fightcade. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how many King of Fighter games were on that. Well, that is a pretty old series at this point, I imagine. So probably a lot of them.
Yeah. I want to say there's like 4 that aren't. 4 or 5 games. But yeah. And then for single player exploits, I mean, I can fill in with W's because I can assume that W's favorite exploit. I don't know if it counts as that, but whatever is the one where Pillars of Eternity, I think it is, or I forget which game it is. There's 2 of those. Whatever. But yeah, there's this character RPG, if memory serves, where you can stack boxes into boxes, and you can throw the stacked boxes on top of the boss's head, and the boss dies because it weighs like a quintillion tons.
Yeah, that's what was Alex? And Alex mentioned that a couple times now. It's Baldur's Gate, right?
No, I don't think it's Baldur's Gate. You can do a similar thing in Baldur's Gate, but in 3, which I know because I saw a video of it recently. But no, I think it's Pillars of Eternity or something like that.
That doesn't sound as familiar, but you might be right.
Because like I think it was I think the connection between Baldur's Gate and that is that maybe the developers of like the earlier Baldur's Gates or like the new one did it before the new one or something like that. I forget. I don't know. And then, do you have any other exploits in mind?
Probably got a couple more, maybe. So in the aforementioned Stronghold, which I'm uploading on my channel, that everybody listening to this should go and watch right now. In that game, there's some funny glitches in that game, and technical exploits. So the quarry, which is obviously a building that you build, and it provides stone for your kingdom. The quarry has a stockpile feature. So the main building produces stone, it puts the stone in the stockpile, and then a second building that you build called the ox tether is in charge of taking the stone off the stockpile and moving it to the main stockpile. So the glitch here, that is kind of an infamous exploit of the game on a whole, is that if you build yourself some quarries and then wall off the stockpile in the quarry, with you can use walls, you can use buildings to block it off, you can use anything to block those stockpiles off. As long as those stockpiles are blocked off, your quarries will still produce stone, and any stone that they build or make is going to teleport directly to your ox tether. Because the workers can't actually pick up the stone to move it to the ox tether building. So instead, the game freaks out and says, okay, we got the stone here, but the stone needs to go here. We've got everything required to do this, but the pathing just doesn't exist. So we'll make it easy on you, and we'll just move the stone completely through forces of supernatural nature. And now your stone is instantly being teleported from the quarry to the ox tether, and then the ox tether takes it to the main stockpile. And so, exploit that everybody does, or anybody who knows about the stone quarry exploit. It's basically you build your quarries, you wall off the quarry stockpiles, and then you build your ox tethers right next to the main stockpile. So the stone teleports straight into the ox tether, and your ox tether is just mere inches away from the main stockpile to dump off the stone. So you can get a lot of stone really, really quick. And you can get your castle built really, really quick. And all the excess stone that you have, you can sell on the black market, and it's great.
Nice.
Indeed.
I'm trying to think of other like funny exploits that I remember seeing, or like ones that I took in, but like a lot of the like weird stuff just comes prepackaged
Yeah.
in some games. Cause like oh, I had one. Shit. Oh yeah. Like for example, roll canceling in Capcom vs SNK2 is a thing that can happen. Now
Say roll canceling or Roman canceling?
roll, but
What is roll canceling?
well, it works the same. So you take a groove that can roll, which is one of the things that they took over from KOF. And if you do that, you can do a punch and then roll, and that cancels the recovery of the punch, and you can cancel the roll with a punch or something like that. I don't understand the exact mechanics myself, but it's something along those lines. And yeah, the home version I think fixed this. They removed this because they saw it was an exploit and a bug. Competitive players don't like that. I disagree. As someone who doesn't know how to roll cancel and doesn't really want to learn, but yeah, because the difference is regular Capcom vs SNK2 is a lot of fun. It has good characters. If you like both Capcom and SNK's fighting games, it has good mechanics for the most part. Roll canceling makes it so there's like 4 characters that are viable.
Nice.
And so yeah, it's the Morals Capcom 2 problem where like, I like I'm not saying that balance is key, because like ultra balanced games tend to be boring.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a middle ground between everyone is the same character, and there's 4 characters you can use.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's pretty much my thing with that. But yeah, roll canceling allows for you to do combos like painting the fence with Bison, which you'll hear W reference a lot, which is a combo. It's an infinite combo where,
Oh no.
yeah, where you send someone into the air, and then you just keep jabbing with Bison, and it looks like he's painting a fence. The animation does. You just keep doing that until the opponent dies.
Awesome.
I mean, depending on your definition of exploit, Akuma's existence in Tekken, the Tekken fandom, felt exploited definitely, because Akuma has moves. But yeah, like so some of the things that I saw raised against Akuma were like genuine problems. Like, hey, he deals a lot of damage for no real reason, which yes, that is a problem. But some of them were like less founded. Like, he can throw fireballs, which like yes, so did Jinpachi, and Jinpachi's did more damage, and also you can just like sidestep.
Yeah.
That seems like a solved problem. Uh, okay. This isn't a favorite of mine, I suppose. It's I don't know if it properly counts as an exploit, but Final Fantasy 12. It introduced a new mechanic that was called like linking or something like that. I forget. It is basically a thing where you can buy programming instructions for the characters, and then you can program the AI so you don't have to play the game.
Oh.
Yeah. By the way, this is a single player game. Like I just want to note, there is like it's not like an MMO where you set up your macros so that the fucking the AI will grind for you. Which I mean, technically it is that thing, but like it's a single player game. Why the fuck do you turn it on then? Like, what's the point of buying a single? What's the point of playing a game? Period. Like this, but like, what's the point of buying a game that is single player, and then you turn it on? You press up a couple of buttons, and then you let the game play itself. At that point, why won't you just watch a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Which it's a thing of like, well, it was released before YouTube, which is fair. My point still stands though. Like, why would you play this? That is the main
Yeah.
point.
Uh-huh.
And in the HD remake or remaster, I forget what it was. In that they added a speed up option into the game, so you can skip even more of the game. And it led to these things, which I believe I have even posted a clip of it on my YouTube channel, my second one, where one of the late game bosses, what happened was, here's this 5-minute long cutscene that was animated, like it was all CGI and it looked really good, and we set up this boss to be really imposing and shit. All right, gameplay immediately turn on the time multiplier. Boss dies in like maybe half a second. Cue long ass cutscene of the boss dying.
Amazing.
And like it's one of those things where like I'm tempted to say it ruins the pacing, but what pacing? There wasn't any. Like, the difference is between the remaster and the original is that in the remaster it goes by fast and in the original it goes by long. Like, it's slow. There we go. That's the word. But yeah, it goes by
Yeah.
slow. So like there is no real difference in pacing other than how much are you willing to suffer, because it's bad pacing either way. Uh, hmm. I'm trying to think of other exploits that I remember, because I feel like I do remember like a money duplication glitch in one of the games that I played, but I forget which one it was. But it was just it was as simple as die. Like go into this
Nice.
mission, go into this mission and fail the mission, and you'll just keep your money.
I like it.
Hmm. Well, whatever. I don't remember. So yeah, I guess. Do you want to hit another topic? I guess we
Do
didn't
you
have
have
any
another
reserves.
topic?
I don't know.
Well,
Hmm.
if you can come up with one real quick, I wouldn't mind sticking around for a little while longer.
All right. Let me see if I can find something, because my brain isn't up to it. But hmm. Oh boy. All right. We're still fine. Good. My the PC freaked out. Oh yeah, I forgot. The fucking Game Awards happened. Do you want to discuss that?
I mean, we could, but I didn't watch them.
Neither did I. The main things that I heard is that Pizza Tower fans are angry because Pizza Tower didn't win, which eh. And
I don't know what Pizza Tower is.
it's a do you remember Wario Land?
No.
But that's a problem. It's a it's a Wario Land fan game, pretty much, I guess. And that's it. That's
All right.
honestly, that's it. And yeah,
Fair enough.
so yeah, the major thing that people pointed out was that they had a cue thing on the teleprompter saying please wrap it up. And whenever anyone from the games industry came on stage, they just pretty much immediately put that up. And then in came Hideo Kojima to talk about nothing for 2 hours.
That's not surprising.
Yes, it is the Game Awards. Yes.
Sounds like your average everyday Game Awards affair.
Hmm. Oh yeah, Sega also announced new games. That's the other big news out of it,
Now that I
including
did see, they announced like 5 different things that they're working on, and they're
yeah,
all like reboots or sequels to beloved classics.
yeah. They're sequels, I believe, and the Jet Set Radio or whatever reboot or sequel or who knows what. That one got leaked alongside Persona 3 remake, so it gives more credence to to that leaker, I suppose.
Ah,
And yeah, I thought that they looked interesting, most of them. Like I said in the text channel, like the Crazy Taxi one doesn't look as interesting to me because the online aspect seems to be very much the focus. Did you even see the video?
I did not.
Ah,
I saw that Street Fighter, pardon me, Streets of Rage 5 was announced, and I was hyped for that. Then I was like, the rest of that, I've never played any of those games. The Jet Set Radio looks cool, so I'm excited to see that is back in business because it's been how many years since the last one? 20?
I mean there was just a Radio Future, I think, but I don't know when that was.
It's probably been a while.
Yeah, but yeah, that looked interesting to me. I mean, it did seem the most enticing, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then Golden Axe is Golden Axe. I'm surprised that they like. I'm surprised that both of the beat 'em ups. They decided to make 3D because Streets of Rage 4 was traditional.
The Streets of Rage 5 in 3D?
Yes,
Peculiar. I need to see this now.
I mean you can check the video real quick. It should probably still be in the gaming thread.
Uh, Power Surge Sega trailer, new Jet Set.
Yes,
Yeah, this.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's the guy. You
working
can
on
skip
that.
you can skip it to like the middle because they have a storyline for some reason.
The trailer has a storyline.
Yes.
How peculiar. All right. Let's see. Where is it? All right, here. I see Jet Set Radio right now. Oh, this is loud. Let me turn that down. Whoa! Look at that dude. At those dreads on that dude. It's amazing. Oh yeah, yeah. 3D Streets of Rage, peculiar. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm hyped either way, but yeah, that's kind of a change.
I
A
wasn't
major
sure if
change of that.
I wasn't sure if you were still watching the trailers or if you stopped at Streets of Rage.
Yeah, I was seeing the rest of it, but the rest of it is not really Sega. The rest of it does not entice me whatsoever because I have no history with those franchises, so I could not comment on them one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Streets of Rage
bare
5.
knuckle.
Yeah, going from the 2D side scroller and beat 'em up to a 3D beat 'em up. That's interesting. I'm curious to see how that will play out.
Hopefully, it will be better than Final Fight Streetwise.
Hopefully,
Have you seen that game, Pink?
no.
Don't. So yeah, Streets of Rage 5 looked interesting. I'll have to see more before I can make like a prediction for how it might turn out. That said, radio looked good from the little that we've seen.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to remember what else. The Shinobi looked interesting. Because Shinobi, I played the original Shinobi, the arcade game, and that was, very, like, old, but it also had this air to it where it was just like, it wasn't really set in Japan or whatever. It was just a random ass ninja in like San Francisco,
Mm.
or at least that's how it felt to me. It felt like one of those like one of the martial arts ninja movies that they made in the 70s in America.
Yeah.
And this new game seems like it's actually trying to do like lore, like it's trying to have its own like world and shit. And the combos or whatever, like the fighting mechanic, the movement seemed interesting. Which it's already more interesting because if memory serves, from the stuff that they showed of Shinobi, you can do more than just throw shuriken, which is, if memory serves, what all of the attacks were, in the original.
Yeah.
So yeah, because yeah, like Shinobi was a running gun somehow.
Oh.
So yeah, that. What else did they announce? It was that Bare Knuckle 5, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, and what?
Let me go back and see they got all the titles at the very end of the video. Jet Set Radio, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Crazy Taxi, and more.
Ah,
So it looks like you
okay.
got them all.
So yeah, Golden Axe didn't particularly look up my alley, but then that's just Golden Axe as an IP. I never messed around with it.
Yeah.
But once again, the decision to take it into 3D suddenly is a decision, I suppose.
Sega just now having everything go 3D
Yeah.
in 2023. 23 years after everything else went 3D.
I mean, give him some credit. Sonic was 3D for a while.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, Crazy Taxi. I don't know. Have you even seen footage of any of these games? Think the ones that
No.
are okay. Never mind. I guess I won't go into detail then. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so everyone thought that there's gonna be a new Virtua Fighter because they sent a lot of like they sent cards to hype up this announcement to fighting games people for the most part. And yeah, so people thought there would be a Virtua Fighter 6. Dave said maybe later.
Eh.
And the thing to note here, by the way, the reason that we're getting these remakes is because Sonic is successful. There was an official statement.
Is he?
Yes, well, Sonic is more successful than he's been in the past 20 years, probably.
Okay, that's fair. Past 27 years.
So yeah, I don't know. Sonic Heroes was good.
Give you that one, but no other 3D Sonic game.
Yeah. Now, Shadow the Hedgehog. I can't even finish the joke.
Shadow the Hedgehog. That's all you needed to say.
Yeah. Uh, like I wish that they would they won't, but I wish that they would remake Shadow the Hedgehog just so I can play it, any form of it. But the problem with that, Pink, is the Shadow Hedgehog has like some like 232 or some stupid amount of number of routes you can take the story in.
Oh no.
The game has like 80 endings.
Why? How?
I don't know. The game like the the progression of the story. I've seen like because as you go through the levels, I think it shows you the paths you're taking, and if memory serves, the the progression of the story is a sideways pyramid, where you start at the top, and then the longer you go in, the more it branches.
Okay.
I don't know why they put that much effort into that part of Shadow the Hedgehog and then not everyone else or everything else, but
Yeah.
it also makes sure that the game will never get remade. Because, how much budget would it take to replicate that shit?
Good point.
And I guess speaking of Sega stuff and Shadow the Hedgehog, they showed Shadow's foot for money, but no, they announced Sonic 3, I think, the third Sonic movie, with a picture of Shadow's legs.
Okay.
And people already like mined everything that they could get out of it. So they in the frame they had Shadow's legs, which like I hope that it's not a 3D model and it's the standing model, because I keep telling y'all this, so you probably remember. But I saw production pictures of the second movie, and it was just normal people acting around, T-posing Sonic as a statue.
Ah.
And so I hope that the thing that we saw was actually the real life statue Shadow that they're using on set, and it's just standing there. Anyway, yeah. So next to Shadow was the clapper with the logo of the movie on it, and people were immediately were like, "Hey, that's the Sonic Adventure 2 logo," which yes, turns out it is.
Mm.
So, Sonic 4, Sonic is gonna kiss a woman, regular human woman.
Oh no.
I mean,
I'm not prepared for that.
like, judging by the speed at which we're going through Sonic's story, like, this is Adventure 2. That means that we've had like 4 games in the past 2 movies. So, the next Sonic Heroes will not get adapted because nothing fucking happens in Sonic Heroes. But like, it's time for Sonic Movie 4. They introduced Princess Elise and fucking Silver and Blaze. And like, just saying that Sonic kisses a human woman might sound bad enough, but it's actually worse when you consider the proper context of this scene in which the human woman willingly kisses the corpse of a dead hedgehog.
What?
Yeah, that's the actual context. Sonic is fucking dead, so she kisses him.
All right then.
So yeah, I look forward to Sonic 4.
An existence Sonic has.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing, like we get into this every time because I have a fascination with Sonic the Hedgehog, even though I don't like his games. but like just the sheer stories of going from, you know, we have to take over Mario, so just make Mario but fast and like more attitude, I guess. Like, you know, going from that to all right, actual just anime plot in the early 3D games. To them, whatever the fuck happened between Sonic 06 and Frontiers. And then now they have the guy, which by the way, like this is just the video game continuity. In the comic continuity, it's much worse.
I believe it.
Because in the comic continuity, it's like, all right, so Sonic's friends have been like Sonic's family and friends have been like genocided multiple times. There was an insurgency at one point. Sonic got cocked. Uh, all like there were at least three separate alternate universe Sonics that came by to try and kill him. Eggman actually killed everyone once.
Impressive.
Like, which, like, you know, and like it is such a sentence. You have to be able to say and have it not be false, to say that in the comic continuity, Sonic the Hedgehog has both been cocked and cocked other people. Why? It was a major plot line how Sonic stole Tails' girlfriend. Tails is 4.
What?
I mean, I don't know about the comic continuity, because, like, I don't keep up with it, and I never have. I just hear these stories and I go, what? But, like, Sonic is like 15, Tails is like 4 or 8. Well, I think in the original trilogy, they're supposed to be like somewhere like 12 and 4 or 5, I forget. And then when Sonic gets lanky, he's like 17 and Tails is like, I don't know, fucking 8. Point being, why?
I am disturbed.
Yes. Like, I don't think they ever gave proper ages to these characters, because why would you? But the way they characterize the characters, you know, that's another thing, I suppose. Tails is either written to be like 8 or 30. And then, all right, I guess we'll leave this topic with the most fucked up one that I can think of, which is there's this character called Charmy Bee. Charmy Bee used to be an actual character in the comics. Like, the Charmy Bee has a character in the games, and
Why does that sound like a mascot for a 1940s product?
Charmy Bee sells smokes.
Oh no!
Yeah, because you become charming when you smoke. I guess, I don't know,
Right.
but yeah. So Charmy Bee has a character where they're like very childish and stupid, and pretty much just that's it. That's the character in the games. In the comics, they used to have a proper, like, but more complex, as far as I understand, character that wasn't that. And Sega came down and said, "Hey, we need you to make Charmy be in line with his video game characterization." So they gave Charmy brain damage. And that's why Charmy acts the way he does in the games now.
Brain damage.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah, there you go.
Sega. Yeah.
Ah, blimey. I don't know where to go from here, Pink.
Nor do I.
Hmm. I guess. Hmm. I guess to circle back around to the exploits, it's not properly exploits. Not in the traditional sense anyway. So there's this game called The Hex. It's on Steam. It's a part of an ARG.
An arc?
Yeah, an alternate reality game or augmented reality. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's part of one of those. There's an overarching storyline with this one developer's games, and the second game in the series is called The Hex. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because the game is about these rejected protagonists, more or less, rejected player characters, and uh, it tells the story of this one developer making these games throughout the years and what happened to them and all that. Now, one of the games is Fallout,
Okay.
and you live through the character getting modded and exploits being in the game and shit. So there's these one of the mechanics of the game is like, here's this fight that you literally cannot win. If you press this button combination, every tile on the map becomes mines. So you just have to turn everything into mines to actually continue in the game. So, like I said, it's not exploits in the traditional sense, but it is it is kind of the same thing. It's just used to serve a plot purpose as well.
Yeah.
It's deliberate exploits, I guess. And then the thing is, the actually really funny thing is, so you get those exploits, and it's fine. Then the game adds also like a cheat engine, I guess. So you get exploits on top of your exploits. So you can exploit what you exploit.
Amazing.
Uh, but yeah, I suppose we can call it a podcast. I don't know where we'd go.
Well, we covered all the bases, and I don't know that we've got anywhere else to go
Yeah.
after brain damage.
Yeah. Every time you look like I was gonna say every time you look at Charmy the Bee from now on, you will think of brain damage, but like you will not look at Charmy the Bee. Period. Where would you see
I
him?
don't even know what Charmy the Bee looks like, so that's another obstacle to overcome.
Yeah. Uh. Anyway, I guess we'll see you around, folks. Bye.